spy movies have been around since the earliest days of cinema, and while there are a lot of variations on the theme, they primarily traffic in suspense, betrayal, and even murder.
Protocol is clear. We bring her in.
And if spy films are having a moment, then it's high time we brought you this collection of genre essentials. Welcome to DLP Movie, and let's count down top 10 best CIA movies that spy-obsessed fans must see. Casino Royale, 2006. James Bond goes on his first ever mission as a OO. Lucifer is a banker to the world's terrorists. He is participating in a poker game at Montenegro, where he must win back his money in order to stay safe among the terrorist market. The boss of MI6, known simply as M, sends Bond, along with Vesperlin, to attend this game and prevent Lucifer from winning. Bond, using help from Felix Leiter, Memphis, and having Vesper pose as his partner, enters the most important poker game in his already dangerous career. But if Bond defeats Lucifer, will he and Vesperlin remain safe? What gives us the lead over recent Bonds is the more realistic feel, the exotic locales, fast cars, spectacular action, beautiful women, and many other Bond hallmarks are all here, but gone is the campy tone that marred, say, Die Another Day. Yes, the whole franchise is based on an entirely ridiculous and cartoonish notion, but the more serious and harder-edged tone works really well here. In this context, Daniel Craig gives an excellent performance as Bond. Enemy of the State. The action-producing directing team of Jerry Bruckheimer and Tony Scott is back with another thrill-a-minute ride called Enemy of the State.
Stay exactly where you are. I want to use every means possible to get what we need. From Jerry Bruckheimer. Get the cap.
Taking its innocent man accidentally caught up in political corruption story from such films as Francis Ford Coppola's The Conversation, Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much, and Sidney Pollack's 3 Days of the Condor, they turn up the high-tech volume in an attempt to create the ultimate action film. Robert Clayton Dean, played by Will Smith, is a devoted father, husband, and attorney shopping for a sexy gift for his wife. What he doesn't know is that he was given a videotape from a friend regarding the recent murder of a U.S. senator, led by corrupt National Security Agency official Thomas Rails. Now Rails is after Dean to cover his tracks, or, as the audience soon finds out, frame Dean for Rachel's murder. Since Dean isn't up on his high-tech gadgetry, he needs the aid of ex-intelligence operative Bro. Between the explosions and chases is the subtext of George Orwell's 1984 mantra, "Beware a Big Brother," as Dean realizes that in the modern world, there is no such thing as total privacy. Mission Impossible. After he is framed for the death of several colleagues and falsely branded a traitor, a secret agent embarks on a daring scheme to clear his name in this spy adventure. Though it drew its name from the familiar television series, director Brian De Palma's big-budget adaptation shares little more with the original show than the occasional self-destructing message and the name of team leader Jim Phelps. The film focuses not on Phelps but his protege, Ethan Hunt, a reserve Tom Cruise, who becomes a fugitive after taking the blame for a botched operation. He responds by banding together with a group of fellow renegades, and he is soon maneuvering his way through a twisted series of double crosses that mainly serve as excuses for spectacular high-tech action sequences. Much of the activity revolves around a missing computer disk, with the film's most famous scene depicting Hunt's delicate efforts to retrieve the disk from a secure, well-alarmed room in CIA headquarters.
They knew we were coming. Do you read me?
I don't care how he did it. I want to know why he did it.
You're worried about me.
Clear and Present Danger. This is the third film based on Tom Clancy's high-tech espionage potboilers starring CIA Deputy Director Jack Ryan. Harrison Ford, returning to the Ryan role after his first go-round in 1992's Patriot Games, is assigned to a delicate anti-drug investigation after a close friend of the president, a Reaganist Donald Moffat, is murdered by a Colombian drug cartel.
Then it should go away. I will not let you dishonor their memories by telling me you had nothing to do with it.
How dare you come into this office and bark at me like some little junkyard?
When Ryan discovers that the president's wealthy friend was in league with the cartel, the president's devious national security advisor, and an ambitious CIA deputy director send a secret paramilitary force into Colombia to wipe out the drug lords, the force is captured and then abandoned by the president's lackeys. It falls to Ryan to enter Colombia and rescue them, aided only by a renegade operative named Clark, with both his life and career on the line. Spy Game. There was a time when CIA operative Nathan Muir and his protege Tom Bishop were inseparable, traveling the world, and tasting everything it had to offer. From Vietnam to Berlin to Beirut. In a profession fraught with danger and uncertainty, Muir and Bishop forged an uncommonly close friendship based on mutual respect and affection. But that was years ago. Now, on the brink of his retirement from the agency, Muir learns that Bishop has gone rogue. His one-time protege has been jailed in Beijing on espionage charges after attempting to break a prisoner out of China. Years of bad blood and hurt feelings are washed away in a flood of memories of adventure shared by the two men as Muir takes on his most dangerous and personal mission ever. The Hunt for Red October. The first of several films based on Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan techno thrillers, Hunt for Red October stars Alec Baldwin as eccentric CIA analyst Ryan and Sean Connery as Soviet submarine commander Marco Ramius. Ramius sets the plot in motion when he murders his political advisor, burns his orders, and steers his sub-Red October towards American waters, hoping to defect. The CIA, aware that the Red October was about to embark on an evasive mission to demonstrate its ability to avoid detection and fire its nuclear missiles upon U.S. installations, believes that Ramius is insane, and that he plans to start World War III. To cover their own behinds, the Russians back up the CIA's suspicion. Only Jack Ryan believes that Ramius' mission is not as apocalyptic as it seems, and it is Ryan who is assigned to infiltrate the Red October to prove his theory. Taken. 17-year-old Kim is the pride and joy of her father Brian Mills. Brian is a retired agent who left the Central Intelligence Agency to be near Kim in California. Kim lives with her mother Lenore and her wealthy stepfather Stuart. Kim manages to convince her reluctant father to allow her to travel to Paris with her friend Amanda. When the girls arrive in Paris, they share a cab with a stranger named Peter, and Amanda lets it slip that they are alone in Paris. Using this information, an Albanian gang of human traffickers kidnaps the girls. Kim barely has time to call her father and give him information. Her father gets to speak briefly to one of the kidnappers and he promises to kill the kidnappers if they do not let his daughter go free. The kidnapper wishes him good luck, so Brian Mills travels to Paris to search for his daughter and her friend. The Bourne Ultimatum. Jason Bourne, Matt Damon, races to solve the mystery of his past while being hunted by members of the very organization he was hired into as director. Paul Greengrass brings author Robert Ludlum's popular character back to the big screen for his third feature outing. In this exhilarating action thrill, Jason Bourne emerges as the sort of troubled but resolute hero the world needs most. The Bourne Ultimatum is a great action movie, exhilarating and neatly crafted, the kind of picture that will still look good 20 or 30 years from now.
He's really good at staying alive, and trying to kill him and failing just pisses him off.
The Bourne Supremacy. The second chapter in the Bourne trilogy, based on Robert Ludlum's best-selling espionage novels, reaches the screen in the sequel to the 2002 thriller The Bourne Identity. Jason Bourne has abandoned his life as a CIA assassin and has been traveling beneath the agency's radar, eventually reconnecting with Marie Kreutz, the woman he loves. But Bourne is haunted by vivid dreams and troubling memories of his days as a killer, and he's not certain how much really happened, and how much is a product of his imagination. When Bourne is let out of hiding by circumstances beyond his control.
Play these games forever.
Yeah, he's not in front of you. You can't see it. Forget it. He's gone.
Let's play a little offense.
He must reconcile his past and present as he struggles to keep Marie out of harm's way, and foil an international incident with dangerous consequences. The Bourne Supremacy also features John Allen as one of Bourne's superiors, while Julia Stiles and Brian Cox reprise their roles as intelligence agents from the first film. The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Identity starts as Jason Bourne, a barely alive amnesiac with a pair of bullet wounds in his back, pulled from the Mediterranean by Italian fishermen. Bourne's only clue to his own identity is a bank account number etched on a capsule implanted in his body. He quickly finds the Zurich bank where money, a gun, and a few identification documents await. But after he's pursued by security goons at the American consulate, Bourne realizes he can trust no one and offers a German gypsy named Marie $10,000 for a ride to Paris. Encountering more professional killers bent on his destruction, Bourne discovers that he possesses a surprising degree of skill in combat, martial arts, and linguistics, handy talents that clearly indicate his past includes work as a spy and assassin, but for whom?
They don't make mistakes.
On his terms.
He's doing exactly what he said he'd do. He's coming for us.
With Marie's reluctant help, Bourne edges closer to the truth, something CIA officials want concealed at all costs. The Bourne Identity is not just an ordinary spy thriller. It is first-rate with grit and lots of intrigue. It is a movie that showcases stunning visuals, great acting, and a story that will keep you engaged and absorbed from start to finish. Matt Damon tries his best and delivers in his performance as Jason Bourne. Overall, The Bourne Identity is an action film whose primary focus is on character and interesting story. What is your favorite movie from the list? Let us know below and do not forget to subscribe.